Hey y'all, welcome back. I just finished replacing this wall right here and putting in the cabinets behind me. I figured I'd make a quick video on how to reseal a window right here in case you have a window that's leaking or it's just been a while and you need to reseal it. Depending on the model of your camper, sometimes there's a foam sealant around it. Most of the newer campers have the foam sealant and it works pretty good. Some of the older campers use, it's like a window caulk tape type of thing. And that's what I use to reseal them because, one, I don't have any of the foam stuff. And two, I just think it gives a really good seal. And you'll find out in a minute once we put it on. So first, for those of you who don't know how to take a window out, let me show you real quick. Basically, you have this trim piece around your window. You're just going to undo all of these screws all the way around. You may need somebody on the other side to hold it. 9 times out of 10, it won't fall out because it's sealed on there. So you might just, if it's your first time, you might just want to have somebody stand on the other side and hold the window in. That way it doesn't fall out of the side of the camper and break, because that would be bad. Windows are expensive. So I've actually taken this window out already, as you can see right there. And let me go get a scraper. Put my window over here. It is ready to be taken off. Oh, there's a friend in there. He's a spider. I don't know where he went. Okay. So first things first, before you mess with the window, I've already done most of this. But when you take the window off, there's going to be a bunch of gunk on the outside. Just kind of scrape some of it off. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this one, I actually took my rubber wheel to it because there was so much silicone on there that it was just, it gums it up and it just looks bad. Just kind of go along and just kind of clean it up a little bit. Just get some of the gunk out. And that's pretty reasonable. Doesn't have to be perfect because you can see where the edge of the window is going to go anyway. So you're not going to see most of that. Now over here, once you've got the window out, the seal is going to look either like this, or it's going to be this really nasty, gummy type of material. This is my butyl tape box. That's going to look like that. It's going to look like old butyl tape. So you either need to scrape that off, or this is actually that foam I was telling you about. And you can just kind of peel it and take it off. Like that. And just kind of work at it. It should come off fairly easily. I say that, and of course it's not going to. Just because I'm making a video. Yeah, this one's really dry. Okay. It should not be like this. Okay, it should be nice and squishy. It should not snap. I mean, I can crumble it in my hand. It should be nice and foamy, and this is not, so it is definitely time for it to go. how dry that is? This window actually was leaking, so which I'm not surprised, judging by how the seal was. Almost done. Okay, that is pretty reasonable. Again, doesn't really have to be perfect. Just as long as most of it is off. And we can get a good seal with our new tape. All right, now, one thing to note, these windows get super nasty. If you can see that right there, it's pretty disgusting. So, oh, there's a spider. Hey, spider. Now would actually be a really good time to clean it, if you want to clean it. And then there is, let's see, right there. All right, so if you can see this on the outside, there's a hole right there, and there's a hole right there. So these are drain holes, and they get clogged a lot. And so while your window's out, it would be a really good time to blow them out with an air compressor. Just get like a, I don't know, just a regular blow attachment, and just blow it all over. And that should be pretty good for that. And let me get the sealant over here. There's a hot bucket of stuff, because I remember I bought some. Okay, so this is what I use. It's Weatherstrip and caulking cord. Works really, really well on these windows, because when you seal the window, when you put the screws in, it kind of like pulls the window in, and it will actually squish the caulking cord out, so you get a really tight seal. Let me get my tripod here so I can set you guys up, and you can watch me do it, because it's kind of a two hands thing. All right. Okay. So one roll of this is like, I think it's like $6. You can get it at Home Depot or at Lowe's. It's a different brand, but they're both pretty much the same. So take a whole strip, kind of spread it out like this a little bit, and then you're going to stick it all along the edge. That. And usually it takes about one roll per window, maybe even like a roll and a half if you have a really, really big window like I've got over there. It's going to take a little more. So let me show you guys. I don't trip over my cord. Let me show you what this looks like. So you see one strip all the way around, and then what you're going to do, if you notice, it's over the edge a little bit, and so to get kind of an extra seal, I roll like 1 or 2, just kind of up like that. And basically you just do that all along the edge. That way you'll get a really, really good seal when you put it back in the wall. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and that is pretty much it for that. Press it down a little bit, make sure it stays. Now we can go back over to the camper. And we're gonna see if I can do this with one hand. What you guys think? You gonna try it out? If I can position that right. Okay. All right, get your window, bring it over here, and make sure you have your drill ready and prepped. Let me get my bit in here. Got my screws ready and trim piece. That. Okay. Now, ideally you would have 2 people, but my husband is inside and I know he's not going to want to come in here and help me. So I'm going to try to do this by myself. Pay attention to which way the drain holes are, because the drain holes are the bottom and you don't want to put your window in upside down. So basically just, and if your caulking cord comes up like mine just did, just kind of stick it back down, squish it in a little more. Okie dokie. And just sits in like so. And I'm going to squish it a little bit. And I'm going to put my ladder right there. Okay, stay. Then, I'll take it with me. Be very careful walking in the camper so it doesn't fall. Like that. Yep, just like that. Okay, that is what you don't want to happen. See, it fell out. Let's try number 2. Creative problems require creative solutions. All right. So I hope this is a lesson to you. It's a how-to, people. So, get your trim piece. Put your trim piece on. Just kind of pops in. Get you some screws. The more screws you put in, the more it kind of pulls the window forward. So just keep going. And these are just 1-inch square head screws. You can buy them on Amazon for pretty cheap. I don't typically reuse screws on windows just because they get rusty. And also I want to say, make sure that you are lining up your screws with the pre-existing screw holes that are in the window. Because you don't want to drill new screw holes, because that's a lot. If you see that I'm going in and then backing out and then going in and backing out, it's because sometimes they don't put the screws in straight. So you kind of have to find the angle to put it in. we'll get the rest of those later. But let me take you out here and show you why I use the caulking cord. Okay, so you see all of this, and it goes up, and then you come to this side, and you see it's all kind of squished out right there. That is exactly what you want. And the reasoning for that is the aluminum it's dipped and then raised and then dipped and then raised, and you don't want any water to be able to get in any of those spots that are dipped. And so it's good when it's squirted out on the raised, because you know you got the dipped part really well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I think lesson learned that you definitely need 2 people to put in a window. So don't do what I did. Ask for help. I usually do, but not today. So anyway. All right, well, y'all have a good weekend. It's Friday. Woo-woo.